Aside from the fact that working out your leg muscles gets them toned, it's also very important for overall functioning. It's important to improve leg strength as it allows you to move around effectively while also providing adequate support for your posture. Properly targeting the muscles in your lower body can be quite tricky because you need to perfect the balance of exercise that work with your hamstrings, quadriceps, calves, and even your glutes. These muscles are the main muscles of your leg, and when they're strong, you're able to have more control over your body. Just as you'll develop stronger legs and also a protective effect from injury risk or other problems. When focusing on working your legs, it's important to take these muscles into consideration. And in today's video, we'll be taking you through 7 top exercises that should be part of your leg day workout. Stay tuned and enjoy. Number 1. Dumbbell Deadlift. The dumbbell deadlift is a classic strength building exercise, and the good thing about it is that it hits quite a lot of muscle groups in your lower body, particularly your hamstrings and glutes. To start the exercise, you're to stand with your feet hip-width apart while holding a dumbbell in each hand in front of your thighs, with palms also facing your body. Next, engage your core and pull your shoulder blades down and back. While keeping your arms straight, send your hips back and bend your knees slightly to lower both dumbbells down to the floor in front of your legs. Continue lowering until your hips are fully pushed back and the weights are as close to the floor as possible. While keeping your chest up, push through your feet to return to the standing position. Ensure to squeeze your glutes at the top of this movement, and as you press up and out of the deadlift, make sure your entire body moves simultaneously. Number 2. Barbell Squats. The barbell squat is one of the best exercises you can get if you want to get good results specifically with your quads and glutes. With this exercise, you can also get 2 good variations in the front and back barbell squats. While both options are definitely recommended for your workout, you might want to focus more on the front squats because according to science, it has been found to improve muscle activation when using roughly 20% lighter weights compared to back squats. To also add to this, research has shown that front squats produce significantly less force or stress on your back and knees. To do the barbell front squats, you're to start by standing tall in a shoulder width stance with your feet pointed out. Next, rest the barbell on top of your chest and use an overhand grip to securely hold the bar with your fingers. Ensure to keep your triceps parallel to the floor in order to support the weight of the bar. Next, inhale slowly and descend your hips until your thighs become parallel to the floor, while keeping the weight stationary. Pause at the bottom of the squat and then quickly drive your hips back to the starting position, after which you can continue for a desired number of reps. To add an extra challenge to your routine, you can also incorporate the back squats. And you have to simply start by safely loading the barbell behind your head so that it rests on your traps. And then you can continue with the squat movement while maintaining a good physical form. Number 3. Barbell Hip Thrusts. If you have the barbell front squats in your routine, then you definitely need the hip thrust as well. This particular exercise complements your barbell squats, and even though you won't get as much activation as with the squats, you'll still get an exercise that provides much greater glute contraction, while also putting a high amount of tension and metabolic stress on your glutes. To add to this, the hip thrusts also have very low impact on your joints, and to make them even more desirable, they go easy on your back. To do the exercise, you start by placing a loaded barbell parallel to a bench, then sit on the floor with your back up against the bench, after which you roll the barbell over your hips until the barbell rests in the crease of your hips. With your upper back in contact with the bench, lift your hips slightly off of the ground while keeping your upper arms resting against the bench, and your shoulders also rotating outward to engage your lats. The bottom of your shoulder blades should be in contact with the bench, and the weight on your feet should be evenly distributed along each entire foot. Ensure to have a stable foot position and also keep your chin tucked throughout this movement. To begin the upward movement, squeeze your glutes and push your feet into the ground. Next, push your hips toward the ceiling to achieve full hip extension. Pause at the top for 3 seconds before then beginning the downward movement by hinging from your hips to return to the starting position. To improve your chances of getting better results, you can apply progressive overload and also aim for a high rep range. Number 4. Burpees. This exercise is another brilliant addition to your leg day workout as it targets the muscles in your lower body quite well, specifically your glutes and quads. It's also great because it strengthens part of your upper body, hence making it easy to even include the exercise as part of your general routine. To start, you get into a squat position with your knees bent, back straight, and your feet about shoulder width apart. Next, lower your hands to the floor in front of you so that they're just inside of your feet. With your weights in your hand, kick your feet back so that you're on your hands and toes and in a push-up position. While keeping your body straight from the head to heels, do one push-up with proper form. Then do a frog jump by jumping your feet back to the starting position. Next, stand and reach your arms over your head before then jumping quickly into the air so that you land back where you started. When you land with your knees bent, get into a squat position and continue the process for a desired number of reps. With this exercise, ensure to maintain proper form, and if you feel it's a little too challenging, you can make it easier by either skipping the jump or the push-up. Number 5. Glute Ham Raise. Just as the name implies, the Glute Ham Raise exercise targets your glutes and hamstrings. And unlike most other hamstring exercises, this one offers the greatest activation of various hamstring muscles. For this exercise, you'll need a glute ham developer or GHD machine. You're to adjust the machine to your body height, and your feet should be secured by the pads at the bottom, while your quads are resting in the middle of the pads of the GHD. Start this exercise with your knees bent at 90 degrees, with your torso also pointing upward, while your legs are parallel to the floor. Next, place your arms or fold them across your chest, after which you're to engage your core and begin lowering your torso. Next, descend your torso until it's parallel to the floor. Contract your hamstrings and glutes to return your body to the starting position, with your torso pointing upwards. Following this, you can continue for a desired number of reps. Number 6. Calf Raise. Just as you focus on your glutes, quads, and hamstrings, you shouldn't also ignore your calves. The calf raise does well to help you properly work your calf muscles. You start by standing with your feet shoulder width apart, with your toes pointing straight ahead. Next, use your calf muscles to lift your heels off of the floor, and then pause at the top, after which you'll then lower yourself to the ground. With this, you can then continue for a desired number of reps. One additional thing to note about this exercise is that it will be more beneficial to do it slowly so as to keep your calf muscles fully engaged. Number 7. Split squats. Despite being considered as one of the best exercises for your quads, split squats also target your glutes and hamstrings quite well. To start, your feet must be hip width apart, and you're to then place your right foot forward and then your left foot behind your body on a bench that is about your knee height. Ensure that your hands are placed on your knees, with your back and left knee also straight towards the floor. Try to get the knee of your front leg to a 90-degree angle, and also keep your front knees behind your toes. Before the left knee touches the floor, press down on your right foot to pull back on the right knee. Next, push the top of your left foot into the bench, after which you return to the starting position and complete the desired number of reps. In order to get great results, you can do this 7-exercise workout twice a week. The standard rep range should also be between 8 to 12 reps for around 2 to 3 sets. How often do you already work your legs? Let us know in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on exercises that guarantee growth. If you're working towards getting shredded, then you should also check out 9 things nobody tells you about getting shredded.